I'm sitting in one of my favorite spots in the garden. There are many. Taking a much needed pause within my day. And I think this pause came about from a conversation I had with Mum yesterday, which was about the fact that the mainstream culture in our society doesn't prioritize these pauses. Our mainstream culture is based around productivity and optimizing and maximizing your workload and what it is you're producing. It's this like constant production without any question of the satisfaction or just the state that you're actually in whilst you're doing that. And I've noticed this has just been popping up in my life so much because I'm back at uni and I'm loving it. I am so happy and it's exactly where I want to be. But having come into uni from a couple years of exploration and time spent in curiosity and in adventure and in rest and not having a direct goal, rather experiencing life as kind of an unfolding mystery that I get to pilot. I think my baseline state of being got set at a very dialed down place, at a place that prioritized the internal state over the external pressures. And I'm so grateful for that time. And coming into uni now, I'm seeing how the culture that we've created around work is distorted because it doesn't allow time for rest and for what I deem to be the things that make life worth living. I think work is an integral part of being human. Like, we need purpose and meaning and a way to contribute to this world, and you find that through whatever work it is you want to do here. But if it's not offset with pauses and coming back to balance within yourself and within the world, we have a distorted perception of purpose and happiness because of this. A distorted perception of life being about the pursuit of happiness. And I'll try to explain this. It's like how I see it. The greatest joy and fulfillment I get in my day is in moments like this, where I notice the shape of the clouds in the sky, or or a native buzzing bee, where I notice the way the earth feels damp under my feet, when the chatter of the mind is dialed down, the distraction level is dialed down, and I return to a place of presence and perception and active conscious perception that gets to witness beauty in this world. And that is the place for me where true joy is found. But I don't think that our culture recognizes that like integral part of being human is so minimized. And instead, now we have this excessive drive for happiness in these skewed ways, like drinking culture, like having to go out or like go on these epic travels because happiness is anywhere but at home where your feet are. Like, And this living for the weekend, this constant search for more different, because we can't return to the joy that's present for us right here. And I am a victim to this as well. It is so hard to return to the present moment when with the culture that we live in. And like I was talking to my mum about it in terms of this metaphor of like knobs. Knobs. Oh my god. Like what's it called? Speaker, like a volume, you know those things. I guess they're called knobs. It's like we have a level of noise, a level of distraction in our life, and they can be dialed all the way up. And sometimes when you're at work or when you're at uni, the noise is dialed all the way up, the mind is dialed all the way up, because you have to be in that mode, and that mode isn't even necessarily bad, like this ability to multitask and hold all these things within our head and then create valued output because of that. But if you can't then go, oh wait, I can also dial back completely the other way, lessen the mind chatter, bring my focus to one thing, whether it's my breath, my body, or the tree in front of me, or the person I'm with, and that from that place there can be a relaxation and a recentering. If that can't happen, like, we're lost. And so it's just, I've been really, really thinking about all of this, feeling it more so, because I've felt on this go with uni, go, but when does the go ever stop, if that's all you allow there to be? Because the nature of the time we live in is that there's always going to be something else, there's always going to be more. You're done with a task, but then there's another task, or you're done with this, but then you have 1,000 emails, or you have a whole Instagram account with 100 people that you're interested in that you want to check up on with. Like, there's the nature of our modern society is there can be always something you're putting your attention towards, but there is so much value in consciously placing your attention both on yourself and the present moment. And it's so hard, it's so simple, but it's so hard. And I was actually crying yesterday about this with mum. We had a really beautiful chat, because I just feel like my generation, and I guess everyone in this time, is so affected by their screens, and like there's this complete fracturing of attention and just distraction that is just commonplace now in the modern psyche. And it scares me, and I even see it in myself, and like I take measures to not let that be my baseline. I actually deleted Instagram, and I'm enjoying it. It's only been like 3 days. It's just lovely. This guy's my featured guest on this chat. Oh my gosh. Do you want to land? I'd actually love it if he just landed. I don't know if bees aren't really the kind to land on people. So it's later in the day. I'm sitting on my lawn with these gorgeous fairy floss coloured clouds above me, and that one over there. And I ended up cutting my chat short because I just wanted to be in the garden. But I was talking about deleting Instagram, which is a bit of a side note, because the main thing I wanted to get at is that when we're distracted, we miss what's right in front of us. And what's right in front of us is the gold in life. And I'm honestly quite terrified by the idea of so many people missing the chance, the joy of being human, which is just in each moment, in each little moment. And we're so distracted and always thinking about something else or wanting to be elsewhere that we get to the end of our lives and realize we missed it all. I don't think, sorry, I was not looking at where the camera was, but I don't think the purpose here is to be happy. I think the purpose here is to be with what is. Because happiness is just as fleeting as sadness, is just as fleeting as jealousy, envy, shame, guilt, every emotion. It's this thing we get to experience in our body, but it's not the end goal. I think for me, my goal is to, at the moment, is to honor every part of my experience. Even the shame and the fear and the sadness. Because if we're just after happiness, we're looking for about 10% of the life we're going to live here. There is so much in the spectrum of being human. And back to that point on the dials, our society has, oh, that cloud is magnificent. It's kind of far away. Look at that. Well, I see our society as being made by the mind and for the mind, with no space for the heart. Because we're so isolated from our emotional being, from these other aspects of humanness. The mind runs the show in our society. And I refuse to live my life up here. And it's nice to be able to talk about it with my family and my friends, and also on these little videos. Last night I was feeling really sad, and I realized that I was holding on to an idea of who I wanted to be. These past ideas of who I was going to grow into, and I just let them go. And it was really nice. It was so good because it brought me closer to this person I am right here, right now. And it's like it's just created this clean slate. There's not all these unconscious ideas of who I'm meant to be. Rather, there's a returning to who I am right now, and then from that place, I have more power and more ability to actually action on who I wish to be. Because we do have the power to create ourselves. But yeah, it was just really important for me in that moment. It's just been really important for me recently to acknowledge what I need to let go of, and where I've just been so hard on myself, thinking that I need to be a certain way when I don't. Anyway, that's a little recent weight that got lifted off my shoulders, and it's kind of a very fresh one, so I don't know if I explained it well, but the light has faded now, so, and I'm getting bitten by mozzies. They love these shoulders. They do, yeah. So I'm gonna head in, but I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I know I will, in however many years, when I look back on it and go, oh my god, that was me in 2026. Oh my gosh. That was me in 2026. Just cut my hair. Just feeling a bit anxious and sad, and but was making the most of it and turning it into wisdom the best way I possibly can. Yeah. Alright. Goodbye.